All right, good Wednesday evening, everyone. It is May 14th, and I know we've had a little bit of reprieve on the severe weather as of late, but boy, the next few weeks could be rough out there. As of right now, the next 7 days is going to be loaded with severe weather chances. If you're just now joining us, please click that like button, comment where you're from, tell us what kind of weather you've been seeing over the last few days. I know Texas into parts of Oklahoma has absolutely scorched today. Over 100 degrees in parts of the area with real field temperatures, 110, 115 plus, especially down here towards the Rio Grande Valley. Just unbelievable heat for this time of year for the middle of May. So like I said, if you're just joining us, click that like button, comment where you're from, share this with your friends and family. We got to get the word out there. And if you're new to the page and haven't hit that follow button, hit that follow button. It'll help. It'll help for you to keep more active with the page. Plus, see more of our content. Same with liking our page or commenting every time you see a piece of our content, as well as you're scrolling Facebook. If you can just hit that like button as you're scrolling, that'll help with the content continuing to show up on your feeds. Okay, so let's dive right into it. We have severe weather ongoing for today up here in the northern plains, up here in northeastern Colorado as well. And then we'll talk about the Great Lakes down here towards the Ohio Valley, down here towards Arkansas for tomorrow as well. And then Friday really ramps up. And then we're talking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday next week. More severe weather possibilities, and a lot of it could be significant severe weather as well. All right, let's take a look at the rest of today's outlook. Let's start up here towards the northern plains up here. Basically, slight risk from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sioux City, Iowa, Bismarck, North Dakota, up here towards Grand Island, Nebraska, Kearney as well, Broken Bow, North Platte, just a few areas here under the gun for a slight risk for the rest of today. Marginal risk down here towards Indy, Appalachia, down towards Baltimore, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., and Virginia Beach, basically under a marginal risk for the rest of today. As we go into tomorrow, this severe weather pushes east, and we have an enhanced risk, basically from Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, Minnesota, back here towards Madison, Wisconsin, Grand Rapids, Michigan, up here to northern parts of Indiana as well. So they're going to be under the gun for this significant severe weather for tomorrow. Slight risk, Detroit, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cleveland, Minneapolis as well. And then slight risk, marginal risk down here towards Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville, Jackson, down here Charleston, West Virginia, up here towards Pittsburgh as well, St. Louis even, parts of northern Arkansas, start Jonesboro, up here towards Mountain Home as well. This is for tomorrow, but this is a major significant severe weather possible across the Great Lakes. So mostly into a Thursday afternoon and evening. Primary risk with this activity is large to very large hail, probably in excess of 2 inches in diameter. Tornadoes, couple maybe strong, and scattered wind damage is possible, which means 60, 70, possibly 75 plus mile per hour winds for tomorrow. So let's take a look at the tornado risk here. As you know, up here, as you get into these this yellow hatched areas, basically a 10% hatched area here of significant tornadoes across most of the Wisconsin area, Milwaukee, Madison, Racine, up to Appleton, just a few areas here, Oshkosh as well. So there's where the significant tornadoes will be tomorrow. Outside of that, 5%, basically a 5 to 9% chance here. There's of a tornado within 25 miles at any given point. 34 million people under the gun under this 5% risk here. Chicago, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Toledo, Cincinnati. So also, if you're just now joining us, we're going to be talking about further south here in just a second. We got to get through the next few days, but this will be coming south as we go forward. Now, 2% is all the way down here into parts of northeastern Texas for tomorrow. So talking about Texarkana, Paris, up here, Paris, Texas, get up towards Hot Springs, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Conway, all the way up towards Jonesboro, Memphis. You're under a 2 to 4% likelihood of a tornado for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, within 25 miles at any given point. So And then this expands all the way up towards Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, back here towards Lexington, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, and getting really close to Nashville as well. So tornado risk is pretty high tomorrow, especially across the Great Lakes. Wind threat is highest up here as well. Hail risk anywhere in these hatched areas greater than 2 inches in diameter is possible across most of the same area, including the Chicagoland area of Illinois. So big hail risk tomorrow, 2 inches diameter, basically, or lime size. You can get up towards baseball size, etc. So big hail risk for tomorrow up that way. All right, as we go towards day 3, this is Friday. Big time upgrade this afternoon to an enhanced risk. We're going to zoom in here in just a second to show you the enhanced risk across parts of this area, and then we'll start backing out, show you where the slight risk, marginal risk is as well. So here's basically a zoomed in version where this enhanced risk is orange colors, level 3 out of 5. St. Louis, Alton, down here toward Cape Girardeau, West Plains, Poplar Bluff, getting close to Paducah, Owensboro, Louisville, Cincinnati, up here towards Indianapolis as well, Bloomington, Indiana, basically along the Ohio River, and then getting basically into Missouri here and all the way almost into South Central Missouri as well. So there's the enhanced risk for that area. And then here's the slight risk area. We'll start down here into parts of northeastern Texas, little sliver here, then southeastern parts of Oklahoma. You get towards Fort Smith, Little Rock. This is Friday, by the way. Hot Springs, Mountain Home, Fayetteville, up here towards Jonesboro, Memphis, Jackson, Nashville, over towards Cookeville, Tennessee. Get towards Danville, Kentucky, Lexington, Bowling Green, and then all the way up here towards Columbus, Ohio as well. Big time in marginal risk, even down here towards Austin, Texas, Dallas, even Shreveport, just north of Monroe in Louisiana, Tupelo, Huntsville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Bristol, Johnson City, all the way up towards Roanoke, Virginia as well, and all the way to the East Coast, getting really close to New York City. This will be for Friday. All right, so probabilistic. We have a significant severe weather possible. Okay, so all modes of severe weather will be possible. And as you can see on your screen, this hatched area goes all the way from northeastern Texas, southeastern parts of Oklahoma, most of western to northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, all the way through St. Louis, Springfield, Illinois, even Indianapolis, Bloomington. So in the red shaded areas here, basically a 30 to 30% probability of severe weather that way, but significant severe weather. 15 million people could be under the gun for significant severe weather on Friday. Like I said, some of the major cities here, St. Louis, Bloomington, down here towards Conway, Arkansas, Fort Smith, Springfield, Missouri on the edge here, Springfield, Illinois, Cape Girardeau, Louisville, some big time storms here, large hail in excess of 2 inches diameter possible, maybe some strong tornadoes, and then strong gusty straight line winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. Okay, so now they don't have anything. The Storm Prediction Center don't have anything for day 4, but I think that may change. Now, day 5, there is a slight risk down here towards Oklahoma that basically covers Wichita Falls, Texas, up here towards Oklahoma City, Woodward. This is a slight risk for day 5. This will be on Sunday. Go towards day 6, basically the same areas. This is Monday, I believe. Oklahoma City, Wichita, up to Hutchinson, down that way. They have nothing for day 7, nothing for day 8. But like I said, that is definitely going to change over the next few days. All right, so I think this graphic is perfect, and that I'm going to utilize this. Thanks to Fox Weather for this graphic off their website. But severe storm threat returns to the plains as we go towards next week, Sunday. In the red here, like I said, some of those areas from San Angelo, Abilene, up towards Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, and then the red areas Monday could expand a little bit further east into western Arkansas, into western Missouri, in through parts of northern Kansas, even southwestern or southeastern parts of Nebraska, and then slowly moving east as we go through Tuesday, including Little Rock up towards Paducah, Nashville, Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis. But some of these areas are going to get hit over and over and over and over and over again over the next week. All right. So, and this could go beyond Tuesday as well, as we don't see any reason this would let up. There may be a little bit of a break here and there, but I think the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be staying very active across the area. So let's take a look at the latest timing across the area for these severe thunderstorms. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the latest timing here across for the next for the rest of tonight into tomorrow across the area. So here is basically, I think this is the latest 18Z. So we had to back it up a little bit. So here's 9 o'clock tonight. Big storms developing across the plains into Nebraska, South Dakota. These things are going to be marching east as we go towards Thursday morning on the 15th is 3 a.m. And then that kind of dies out. But then here comes the next wave. And this is where that those strong tornadoes could be up here into parts of Wisconsin. And then this is why the marginal risk is all the way down into parts of Texas for tomorrow, because they're going to, if the cap breaks to certain places along this where this weakness is, there's going to be some storms develop. And that's why tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, there could be some isolated strong to severe storms, even all the way down into northeastern Texas, northern Arkansas, and then through the Ohio Valley as we go into 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And even in as this one model is saying around Louisville, could have some big storms tomorrow. But like I said, this is just one model. So we just use this as guidance. But some isolated severe storms or showers even back here, even to Arkansas. And then as we get towards 10 o'clock that night, this basically kind of rockets off into the west, into the West Virginia. And then up here towards Michigan, really starting to get hit as this line basically just goes crazy across the lake and then slams into Michigan here. So there's going to be some storms developing there. Now, as we go overnight into Friday, there could be some isolated storms here and there, basically from Arkansas over just south of St. Louis maybe, and up here towards Ohio. You see some develop overnight, like I said, early Friday morning across parts of Arkansas. We'll see how this goes. I think the timing is going to be a little bit different as we get closer, because this HRRR model only goes out 48 hours. So we're at 6 a.m. on Friday. So here's that. And then as we get towards the afternoon hours, this is where a big cluster of storms is expected to develop and start driving east slowly, or east, maybe slowly southeast, east to southeast. And then really start ramping up as we go towards the afternoon hours. Like I said, this is as far out this model goes. So back here across Arkansas into southern Missouri, into Kentucky, Indiana, even parts of Illinois, Tennessee. It's going to be probably late afternoon into the evening hours as this line really starts getting going. Like I said, this front is basically going to stall out, basically right along, maybe even either along the Ohio River, maybe just a little bit south, and kind of cut down eventually through possibly southern Missouri into parts of Oklahoma, and that's why there's going to be more repeated rounds of severe storms all the way through the weekend into next week as we get southwest flow, which tends to underdo accumulation amounts and doesn't really sense too much at these small what's the word I'm looking for here? These small disturbances actually coming out of the southwest flow, coming through parts of Mexico. And then once the models start catching on, it's almost too late. So need to stay up on the weather over the next few days. We'll have better timing on this tomorrow night. So we need to worry about Thursday. We'll back this up for you. This is Thursday, basically right around noon. Could be a storm or two in southern Missouri, back here towards Oklahoma. We'll see how that plays out. But that's why there's a marginal risk all the way down into parts of northeastern Texas, because there could be an isolated severe storm or two across this area. And there is a small tornado risk even all the way down into northeastern Texas and through Arkansas up here towards Missouri as well for tomorrow. But the big time storms are going to be up here to parts of Minnesota into Wisconsin as we go into tomorrow afternoon. And those things are going to be rocketing over towards Michigan as we go into tomorrow night. But like I said, across Ohio Valley into West Virginia, back here towards Arkansas, there could be an isolated storm or two develop across a lot of this area that could get out of hand. So stay up on the weather. Like I said, we'll have better timing for Friday and beyond as we get closer, but we'll be live probably every night going forward as we have continuous severe weather over the next 6 to 7 days across the area. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you click that like button, comment where you're from, and share this with your friends and family. And if you're new here, please follow the page. We're getting really close to 160,000 followers. We'd love to get there pretty quickly. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. We'll have continuous updates on Facebook as well. Usually we post every hour, especially all day into the evening hours. But as the severe weather ramps up, we're really going to be a lot more active, especially later in the evening and night. That is as well. But during the day, we post every hour. If you're not seeing our content, you need to stay up on our page. Make sure you're pushing that like button as you're scrolling. If you see our content, click that like button, comment something. But if you scroll past our content, that basically tells Facebook you don't want to see our content anymore, and they bury your content. You won't see our stuff for days at sometimes. But we got to get the word out there that significant severe weather could be coming through the area over the next 6-7 days. And there's going to be a flooding risk as well. So stay up with our page. Comment, interact with our post. That'd be great. It basically tells Facebook you want to see more of our content. All right. So thank you so much. Please stay safe. Stay up on our page on Facebook for the newest information. Have a good rest of your evening.